We've got ourselves bogged again. We tried a self-recovery with the tracks, but we didn't have much luck. So we're now going to step it up and use the other vehicle we've got here to pull ourselves out with a snatch recovery. You always want to try the safest option first. It might not always be the easiest, but if you can get yourself out with the recovery boards and a shovel, it's much safer than more riskier options like winching or snatching. So we're now going to use a combination. We're going to still shovel it all out, put the tracks in, and then we're going to give ourselves a pull out with the snatch. So we've dug ourselves out around our wheels, we've cleared all the sand from under the underbelly of the car, got our tracks in. Now we've hooked up our tree trunk protector, and we're going to use a bridle to take a bit more pressure off the shackles and our points. Just safety, try and think how can you do it safer. Alright, so we're going to run this bridle through the eye of this strap here, and then we're going to shackle it to our other recovery point. When you do shackles up, you don't want to do them up tight. You want to do it up firm and then just back it off quarter to half a turn. That way when it pulls and it's under pressure, the threads won't bind up and you can easily undo them. Right, so now you want to run that out to your recovery car. Look at that, very nice. You've probably seen before, you never snatch off a tow ball, alright? But with us here, we snatch off our pintle hook. It's a recognised safe recovery point. It is not like a tow ball. So to access it, you pull the pin out here, lift that up, open up the jaws, and you put the strap into the jaws. No shackle or anything, just the straight strap in there. Close it down, lock that one down, and stick the pin back in to make sure that that's closed and that can't possibly open up. One last thing that's very important as well is once you take all your recovery gear that you're using out of the bag, you use the bag as a dampener. So you lie it over, fold the bag onto itself, it velcros there into position. Now if any of our points give way, this bag will act as a dampener and it'll ideally stop the shackle or the strap or anything else from continuing into the back of the car or the front of the car. Very important. You can see the straps just lying on the ground. That's a pretty good distance. You don't have to back right up to the car and then take off flat out. You're just gonna break something and injure someone. All right, so you just step it up each time. So the strap's just on the ground. We're going to put it in second low in both cars. Todd's going to start to drive. He's not going to drop his clutch and he's not going to spin the reels fast. He's just going to have a little bit of momentum so that once we pop him up onto the tracks, then he can keep going under his own steam. So we're both going to be in second low. You want to take off with a little bit of momentum, and then the weight of this vehicle and the stretch of that strap will pull you out of the bog. If it doesn't work, then you can go back, do it a little bit harder and step it up, but don't just go flat out from the start. Again, you're just going to hurt someone or break something. Important when you're doing any recovery, winching or snatching, that all bystanders are clearly out of the way, a minimum 2 lengths of the distance of the strap. In this situation, it'd be great to go back into the pine trees here. If the strap breaks, it's not going to go past into the pine trees. So you want to keep nice and clear. If these straps break, they'll come off at 1,000,000 miles an hour.